Well, good morning, everybody. This is my video blog. Hello, Jasmine Gonzalez here, aka PJ the Whip. Yeah, today is Monday. This past weekend was an eventful. There were no wrestling shows. I didn't went to any wrestling show. I didn't work any wrestling shows. I just took the day off for myself, the whole weekend for myself, which was nice. I got to hang out with some friends on Saturday night. And then yesterday, I finally finished the story mode on Star Wars Squadrons, and I then catch up on Cobra Kai season 4, and I start watching season 5. I'm halfway through season 5. I gotta admit, it has gotten very interesting. In all honesty, the fight scenes have been very interesting too. So I really have enjoyed the show, and I'm looking forward to see how season 5 is going to end. Very interesting that they brought a lot of characters back from the previous movies to be part of the series, and it was a very interesting take on the series, and then Johnny teaming up with Danny LaRusso. Oh my gosh, it's just fantastic. I just love the show, honestly, and I'm glad that I got to see it, and I'm looking forward to see the ending of season 5, and I hope that they made a season 6, but who knows. But season 5, I think, like, how can they expand it? They have gotten to a point where now they're going to be in an international tournament, and that is quite interesting. It's quite an interesting take on the series, honestly. And seeing in season 4 that Terry Silver got back, oh my gosh, that was intense. That was really, really intense. And how that developed and all that kind of stuff, that was really, really interesting. And but I'm enjoying the seasons of Cobra Kai, and there's another show that I've been watching, and I need to catch up to, but I just didn't have the time. There are a bunch of shows that I'm watching. Been watching one anime called Tressa. They made a comic book, and I decided to watch the series on Netflix. I got the comic book on Free Comic Book Day, so I decided to watch the series, and it's a really good series. It's again about supernatural things, and I like supernatural things. I'm still trying to catch up with Supernatural. I'm still behind. I'm on season 4 or 5, I think. But yeah, it's just like with work and me going to a gym, me keeping busy with other things. I guess sometimes it's a little bit difficult to catch up on series on Netflix or other things. In any case, right now I'm heading to work. I'm a little bit late. I hopefully turn off my coffee maker, because I cannot remember if I turn off my coffee maker or not. I hate when that happens, when you get out of the apartment and you're on your way to work, and all of a sudden you realize, like, oh gosh, did I turn this off? It sucks. It's so bad. Like, I have that happening to me a lot. It's like I'm doing something on autopilot, and then I don't remember if I do those things or not. Hope that I turn off the coffee maker. I'm going to assume that I did, because honestly I'm running late to work, and I don't want to turn around and then be late to work. Running slightly late. I'm not like super late, but I'm a little slightly late. But yeah. But I did watch Cobra Kai, and I've been enjoying it. I enjoy even the first 2 seasons. That were very interesting, and before Netflix took them, I enjoy watching those. But yeah, they're different, but they're still interesting, like. And to me, it's interesting to watch them because I used to practice when I was younger. Some kids used to bully me in my school, and I was able to convince my dad to get me into, not karate, it was Taekwondo. I practiced Taekwondo when I was younger, and I got up to green belt, and I was wanted to stay in there because I really enjoy the martial arts, but I was also in band, and ultimately my dad pulled me out of martial arts and just told me to keep in being banned just because he thought that I wasn't learning much and because I was defending against my bullets. But the thing was, like, my teacher told me that Taekwondo was not for attacking people, for hurting people. It was for defense. So pretty much I ended up being trained by somebody that shared the same principles of Mr. Miyagi, and I was willing to fight. It's just like I didn't want to injure somebody, just because they are part of they're bullying me and they're trying to harm me. I didn't want them to get hurt because of that. So I made my own the decision to be who I am and using all for self-defense whenever things got to a point where I could be actually hurt, but I try not to use that to hurt anybody. So for me, it's like kind of like relatable to watch Cobra Kai because it had an impact on my life. I also tried to apply some of the techniques that Miyagi taught Daniel LaRusso in the show to learn how to defend myself, and it's quite interesting seeing how when they choreograph the fights and they use it. I don't know how efficient or actually useful that is, but it is quite interesting to see that happening, the techniques being used, and even in the movie it was interesting to see it, but they do make sense, so like most of the blogs in Taekwondo, there are circular motions, and when I look at other martial arts, because I also had books on other martial arts, and I began collecting martial art books when I was in high school, and I have books on jiu-jitsu and all that kind of stuff. So like, there's a bunch of techniques that I have seen that Taekwondo didn't like to use. Taekwondo wasn't a grappling art, and I have enjoyed reading books on jiu-jitsu and all that kind of stuff. So to me, it's kind of interesting to see karate being shown in a different way. And I get it, Taekwondo is totally completely different, and it's even an Olympic sport. There were also Tang Soo Do was practicing some schools in Puerto Rico. Never got into it, but it's interesting that the show is making that connection to that particular style. And also I like the idea of like Johnny and Daniel Sang both combining both styles to try to develop their own unique style, learn from each other, which is what Cobra Kai was trying to do on season 4. They tried to combine the styles because we knew the less Miyagi does, so they were combining both of the styles and trying to make them their own, which is what Sam ended up doing, and that's why I make it more interesting, because usually like one type of martial art may not be enough, so you have to learn to pick from here and there and just create your own unique fighting style. And that was something highly interesting to see, and I love seeing that in the series, and I totally enjoy that. And so definitely that was one of the things that I found about the series that got my interest, and spiked it more to the point that I ended up watching the series because of that, and seeing how it turned out when they because I thought that was going to be part of the story during the final fight, and it was, honestly, and it was interesting how it turned out during the tournament in season 4, and so that was a very interesting take. And again, coming from somebody that has watched other martial art movies from the past and all that kind of stuff, another thing that I enjoyed was one of the characters in the show mentioned in one of my favorite actresses in martial art movies, Cynthia Rothrock. Back in the 80s, like everybody now is seeing like women in movies getting the lead and all that kind of stuff, but like that hasn't been recent. It's just like if you were a fan of martial arts movie from like the 80s and all that kind of stuff, you will see a lot of women that had an important role and they were kicking ass and in movies, and so it's nothing new now. That like if you are a big martial art fans, you probably are aware of Cynthia Rothrock. Even the actress that was in the movie Everything All At Once too. So yeah, those actresses that were back in the day, that were martial arts film stars in their own name, and they were really good at it, and I enjoy watching their movies. And Cynthia Rothrock was one of them too that I enjoy watching her films and seeing how she fought, and so to me, when I see movies that have a female protagonist and they are fighting and they have that role that is like highly empowering of like fighting and being the lead in a film, I kind of like, and then I see people talking like, oh, this has never been done. Like, it's no, yeah, it was done. It just that maybe the American market at the time didn't pay attention to those films. But mentioned here in the name of Cynthia Rothrock being mentioned, that was fantastic. I really enjoyed that. And in any case, so I thought I would recommend the series, and I don't want to spoil the series, but yeah, there were some spoilers, but at the same time, it's like, if anybody get the chance, feel free to watch the series. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, hopefully I'll make it on time to work, and I'll see you all in the next video blog. Bye!